Story of the movie Spin-off 5. Welcome to the multiverse. Today's episode is Power Rangers Shattered Past, episodes 1 through 4. It is a fan series. Let's begin. Episode 1 starts off with the main character Sam O'Neill traveling through time and space to avoid Psycho Green, who was hired by Lord Draken. And every time he uses his morphing grid energy, the Psycho Green tracks him down. And so Sam goes back in time and he finds Wes, Time Force Red, and then he gets killed, and then Sam does an Omega Rewind, which rewinds time a few seconds, and he stops Psycho Green from killing Wes. And so basically Sam's trying to stop Lord Draken from conquering the multiverse. That is the end of episode 1. Now begins episode 2, where Sam teams up with Wes and they go to Time Force headquarters, and they find out that they're now wanted for disrupting the timeline. And Wes' best friend Aiden, the blue Time Force Ranger, tries to stop them, but Psycho Green finds Sam again, and so they needed Wes distracts Psycho Green, and Sam Omega charges his blaster, and Psycho Green is sent somewhere else. And so after that, they look for the Zeo crystals, which that's what Aiden told Sam to find. That is the end of episode 2. Now begins episode 3, where Wes and Sam run into a ninja force where it's invaded by ninjas, and then they manage to get out of there, but they end up in an alternate universe where there's a Tommy who still became Lord Draken, and Sam's orders were, if Tommy Oliver still becomes Lord Draken, his job was to kill him. And then Wes has these swords that are only used in emergencies, and basically that's about it. And someone saves them before Draken can kill them. So, and then Wes needs to go back because Psycho Green kidnapped his wife, and basically that's where episode 3 leaves off. Now begins episode 4. Wait, before I say what happens in episode 4, episode 3 ties into another Power Rangers fan series, which I'll be covering later, is Bloodline of the Grid. As we speak, their second episode is still filming, but they're working on it. So yeah, basically at the end of episode 3, they meet this guy named TK, and you'll learn more about him in episode 4. And so this also ties into Unworthy, episode 5, Power Rangers Unworthy, episode 5. I'll also be covering that. Right now, episode 4 is still being worked on, so yeah. Alright, let's begin with episode 4. Episode 4 of Shattered Past begins with TK, Wes, and Sam fighting Psycho Green, and they manage to escape him, but TK cannot tell them where he's from because he's from a timeline that doesn't exist. Not yet. And then Lord Draken is hunting for the gold dino gem. And so basically everyone scrambles. The Oracle is played by Zeo Pink. Wes saves his wife, and basically that's it. This was a Dino Thunder theme episode, and TK becomes the Red Fusion Space Ranger. And then at the end of episode 4, Sam meets this girl who goes by the ranger name Omega Pink. And that's the end of episode 4. Episode 5 is still filming, and that's going to be a Ninja Storm episode. Next time on Story of the Movie Spin-Off 5, Welcome to the Multiverse. It's Power Rangers Rise of the Ninja, episode 1 and 2. I don't know when 3 is coming out, but I know 1 and 2 are still pretty good episodes. Stay safe and peace.